Blue Jackets, boy, were they active leading up to the trade deadline. They hit it big this weekend, acquiring both Matt Duchene and Ryan Dzingel from the Ottawa Senators. Separate trades. Duchene already has made his impact felt. He's got a goal with Columbus. Dzingel will likely make his debut with the Blue Jackets on Tuesday against those Pittsburgh Penguins. So that stinks for Pittsburgh that you've got this loaded Blue Jackets team now coming in. They're ahead of them in the standings, Jonesy, and they look even better than they did before.
They do, and Dzingel's a nice pickup as well. He and Matt Duchene were line mates in Ottawa. Dzingel having a career year right now, so he's very comfortable in playing with Duchene. Duchene has jumped right in there and already made an impact. Of course, it was strange the first game he played in Ottawa against his old team. Just had to walk across to a different locker room, but looked like he really settled in the next game. Did a nice job against San Jose. Columbus really put a beat down on the Sharks, who we all know are one of the elite teams in the NHL. So the early returns so far so good for the Columbus Blue Jackets, with more things to be determined over the next few hours as well.
And the fact that Dzingel played at Ohio State, I think that increases his probability of re-signing there. He knows the area. He's familiar with Columbus, so it's not like he's coming to an area and it's like, well, I don't want to play in Ohio. He knows the area very, very well. Matt Duchene brings so much to that lineup, that speed, the creativity, partnering up with Panarin. And speaking of Panarin, I think both Panarin and Bobrovsky, I think they could both be rentals. I mean, you could hold on to both those players, knowing that you're loading up with Dzingel, knowing that you've got Duchene there as well. I mean, Bobrovsky has back-to-back shutouts. He hasn't been that strong in the playoffs, but for me, he's that X factor. He's that player that I think could win not just one round, Jonesy, but several rounds for the Columbus Blue Jackets if he plays the way he's expected to play.
They've given up so many assets in this last couple of trades that I would really think long and hard about that. Artemi Panarin is an outstanding player, and I know Columbus believes that they have a chance to win a Stanley Cup with them, and I would agree with that. They're one of several teams that believe that they can win a cup, but you would get so much in return for him, and you've already given up so many assets in a league that you need to draft well, especially in a city where you may not have the same recruiting advantage as some of the other teams in the league. Those draft choices are critically important. So I don't think it's over and done yet. I'm not 100% convinced that both players will be there at 3 o'clock
tomorrow. Well, what if you're a general manager? Are you going to give the farm to Columbus, knowing that Panarin could easily walk away in the postseason? That's why I don't think he goes anywhere, because I don't think Kekalainen gets what he's looking for.
If I was a team in a situation like Columbus that felt like they were going to go on a good run, it would be worth it to me to try to add Artemi Panarin, depending on where you're at in your belief of what your team could do when the playoffs roll around. So there is options out there. There is teams that will be knocking the door down and looking to try to add Panarin.
They have already been, yeah.
Yeah, and if you know a player doesn't want to be there for the long term, then that also has to be in the back of the general manager's mind. You want players that are committed to stay and try to make things happen in the city that you're very proud to be the general manager in.
And a city that has yet to win a playoff series as well, the Columbus Blue Jackets.